randomly out of the blue, seemingly, Chris Hemsworth posted something yesterday that had a lot of people asking a lot of questions about what exactly this means for his character, why he did this, all of these different things. And to me, there was 3 reasons why Chris Hemsworth could have made this post, but let's go over it first. Chris Hemsworth released a statement and thanks Marvel fans for supporting him as Thor. And here it is. Playing Thor has been one of the greatest honors of my life. For the last 15 years, I've held Mjolnir and then Stormbreaker as the god of thunder. But what made it truly special was sharing it with all of you. Your passion, your cheers, your love for this character have meant everything to me. Thank you for making my journey through the Marvel Cinematic Universe unforgettable. Next up, Doomsday.
He's going to die.
You think that? So, yeah. What did you think when you saw this post?
He might have got inspired by Tom Cruise, who's saying goodbye to Ethan Hunt. And he's like, I'm on the set. I've read the script. Thor will be no more, or at least me playing Thor will be no more.
So to me, there were 3 things that flashed through my head. And he did release a video to go with this on his YouTube channel, which we can watch in a second. But to me, 3 things went through my mind. 1, first of all, Chris Hemsworth has always been very good with fans in terms of being thankful. Even when he has things that bomb, he doesn't go out there and blame the fans for it. He takes accountability, stuff like that. I don't think he's ever someone that's thrown fans under the bus the way we've seen so many other people do it. So he has always been good about this and thankful for his role and always willing to do it. But maybe, Tom Cruise puts out that statement. All of a sudden, we see Chris Hemsworth do a similar one. Maybe that would be inspired a little bit by that. Maybe it's his first day of actual filming for Doomsday. He's finally getting into it and getting on set and about to start, so he wanted to put that out. Or maybe, like you said, he's about to die. He knows he's about to fucking die. Chris Hemsworth as Thor is one of the only original ones we have left.
15 years.
At least in the same form. Obviously, Robert Downey Jr. coming back. Okay. We've got Chris Evans probably coming back as well. Probably not as the same person, but we know all this. He's still Thor. Now, I think a lot of damage has been done to Thor over the past several years. Thor Love and Thunder was an abomination. The way he was treated in Endgame for a large portion of the film rubbed fans the wrong way. All of that stuff. But we can watch and see the video that he posted with this message as well.
Do you swear to guard the 9 realms?
I swear.
And do you swear to preserve the peace?
I swear.
One of the early decisions we made at Marvel Studios was bringing on Thor. And we always knew we wanted to find an amazing performer who had the chops to perform this character as we saw him. We looked the world over and we found Chris Hemsworth.
This world is my punishment. It's my punishment for my endless pursuit of glory.
The way Chris did it, we thought, okay.
And I hope this doesn't get copyright claim for any of the music or the footage or whatever. I don't really know if it will be, but here we go.
This is going to work.
It's really, really just impressive to watch him work. He's so committed and works so hard. He has such incredible comedic talent.
Now, I think that all of this stuff was filmed like a while ago, right? This entire thing probably in the lead up to Thor Love and Thunder. Like that's the purpose of this little thing. It's not like this was specifically filmed for Chris Hemsworth to release on his fucking YouTube channel on today or anything. It's something that was from Thor Love and Thunder, I'm pretty sure.
Well,
This drink, I like it. Another! That's the best thing to do!
This is what it's all about, it's coming and meeting the people who love the characters more than anyone, and so that's a very, very special thing.
It really is inspiring because he is brave enough to try things.
Bro, seeing King Valkyrie, it makes me want to throw up.
What a horrible movie that was.
And that's I believe that's when all this stuff was filmed, leading up to that.
And see what sticks.
When I came along to do Ragnarok, I basically just said, look, man, you just got to be more of yourself to make the character more relatable and funny.
I swear, I'm not even moving. It's just doing this on its own.
More relatable and funny. Like, let's destroy the character of Thor for your little stupid jokes.
And that's Look, I know there's a lot of people out there that love Ragnarok as a film, and I think they do some really good stuff in it with, the loss of his father. I think there's some good stuff in there. However, that attitude from Taika Waititi and the inherent changing of Thor's character was a fucking problem, and it led to the disasters that we saw down the line for the character. They inherently changed his character and his humor and his entire personality because Taika wanted him to be funnier.
Yeah, they just made him a retard that's strong. That's like pretty much where, what happened to Thor. Yeah, that movie was awful, man.
So he posts a, thank you to the fans, but then just does a generic, behind the scenes promo video that they did for Thor Love and Thunder, which people absolutely fucking despised. Look, I like Chris Hemsworth a lot. I think he does a great job. I think he loves playing the character. I think he would do it as long as they asked. And I love that he's going out there and thanking the fans in a similar vein to what we saw from Tom Cruise. I don't know what the purpose is, if it's just happens to be coincidence, if he was inspired by Tom Cruise, if it is an anniversary, if he's about to start Doomsday and that's why this happened. Like, I don't know, but just... it seems strange, just out of nowhere. Chris
Hemsworth. It is.
And a lot of people are like, "Oh, he gonna die, isn't he?"
Yeah, that's like what I've seen. It's like a lot of people are saying, like, I guess maybe he goes out early. Maybe he dies early. He's like, I gotta fight Doom. I'm the only one, and just gets totally wrecked.
I want to go see if this happens to be the anniversary of.
You would think he would say that though, like of him.
Well, he said for the last 15 years.
That's true.
But I just want to see if it happens to be the anniversary of the release of that movie.
Of the first Thor film?
The first Thor was released on May 6th. So it's not like, on this day. I suppose it is 15 years and 27 days or 20 couple days. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't know what made him do it.
Maybe somebody will ask him on the press tour and he'll give the big reveal. I will say this though, man. I'd love to see him do another Extraction film for Netflix. I thought those movies were awesome.
I like the first one a lot better than the second one. I still really like the second one, but the first one felt a little cleaner. The second one was like kind of bigger scale and like the train fight and everything was wild.
It's how they shot it in like one take, from like. I thought that was pretty.
Oh, cool. It was nuts.
Yeah.
I think it was really fun.
Extraction 3 coming out this year?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Don't the Russo brothers produce that or something?
I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing who produced it.
Russo brothers Extraction. Look,
no, I got Eric Gitter as a producer.
So Extraction, yeah. So all right, it's based on a graphic novel by Joe Russo and Anthony Russo.
Okay.
The movies are, at least the second one was written by Joe Russo, produced by Joe Russo and Anthony Russo. So yeah, they're involved in it. So
good stuff, man. That's good stuff.
Good buddies with him, apparently.